Good day everyone. I am Timothy Socro and I will be discussing the historical background of the Cry of Balintawak and Pugadlawin. How the Spain controlled and abused Filipinos, how the Filipinos demand for reforms, and how the Katipunan prepare for independence. During the Spanish colonization and oppression, Spanish ruled the Philippines for more than 300 years, from 1565 to Spain's defeat in 1898. So during this era, Catholicism is the main religion. Spain built churches, schools, and hospitals. But also Spain has abused Filipino. Despite this progress, Spain abused and used Filipino for their own benefits. Filipino men are forced to labor for 40 days a year without pay. Filipinos paid heavy tax, either in money, crops, or animals, and officials often abused them during the collections of tax. Huge lands are owned by priors and Filipinos are the tenants. Also, Filipinos had experienced racial discrimination and limited rights. Spaniards and mestizos had privilege while Filipinos or Indios had few to no political rights. These abuses made Filipinos angry and pushed them towards seeking independence. These abuses has led to the rise of nationalist movement. Ilustrados, or the educated Filipinos, wanted equal rights under the Spanish law. Propaganda movement led by Rizal, Marcelo H. del Pilar, and Lopez Jaena. They wrote articles and books to expose Spanish abuse. They wanted Filipinos to be treated fairly and thus a representation in government. But Spain punished the reformists. They exiled Rizal and executed him in 1896. And his death shocked many Filipinos, and this fueled the fight for freedom. Formation of the Katipunan, founded on July 7, 1892 by Andres Bonifacio. He created a secret group, the Kataas-Taasan, Kagalang-Galangang Katipunan ng mga Anak ng Bayan, or KKK, and independence from Spain via armed revolt. So, Katipunan wanted a complete freedom, not just a reforms. Members used secret codes and took oaths of loyalty, and they contribute money, weapons, and recruit new members of the Katipunan. Later, Katipunan discovered and exposed by Spanish authorities. So, Bonifacio called a mass meeting in Balintawak or Pugadlawin. They tore up cedulas and residence certificate as an act of rebellion. This also marked the start of Philippine Revolution.
My name is Alma Baga and it is my topic, the Katipunan and Andres Bonifacio. The Katipunan, officially known as Kataas-Taasan Kagalang-Galangan Katipunan ng Anak ng Bayan, means is KKK, was a Philippine revolutionary society founded in 1892. Its primary goals was to achieve independence from Spanish colonial rule through Ames Revolution. Andres Bonifacio, 1863 and 1897, was a key figure in the Philippine Revolution and founder of the Katipunan. Si Andres Bonifacio ay pinanganak sa Maynila, and sila po ay mahirap lamang, and he lacked formal education. but was a self-educated and deeply influenced by nationalist ideal. Unlike some contemporaries who advocated from reform within the Spanish system, Bonifacio championed by complete independence. And may tatlong figure po tayo is founder of Katipunan, goals and structure of the revolution of society, and rules of Andres Bonifacio in revolution. Founding of the Katipunan. The Katipunan, formerly known as the Kataas-taasan, Kagalang-galangan, Katipunan ng mga anak ng bayan, means is KKK, was founded on July 7, 1892, in House of Kali Ascaraga, known as Claro M. Recto Avenue, in Tondo, Manila. The founding was a clandestine event within the small group of Filipino, but read meeting secretly. Included Andres Bonifacio, Ladislao Diwa, Teodoro Planta, Valentin Diaz, and Dioduto Arellano. Goals and structure of the revolutionary of society. The Katipunan primary goals was the liberation of the Filipino from Spanish colonial rule through the aim revolution. Meron po tayong apat. Means is independence, national unity, self-determination, and leadership. Independence, the Katipunan sought to complete the unconditional independence from Spanish, rejecting any form of continued colonial control. National unit, the organization aims to unite Filipinos of different background and social classes under a common cause by fostering a sense of national identity. Self-determination, the Katipunan championed the right of the Filipino people once a govern themselves without foreign interference, establishing a sovereign nation. Leadership, the Katipunan have a supreme leader known as the Supremo, initially Deodoro Arellano, later replaced Andres Bonifacio. Role of Andres Bonifacio was a founder and leader of the Katipunan, initiating the revolution and father of the revolution. Founder of the Katipunan, the Revolutionary Society was the supreme, headed the Philippine Revolution against Spanish colonial rule. Igniting the revolution, the discovery of the Katipunan in August 1896 staggered the Philippine Revolution. Bonifacio, as the supremo leader, played a crucial role in initial the aim of struggle. The cry of Pugadlawin or cry of Balintawak truth is the exact location and date remain debate is widely considering the symbolic start of the revolution, making the swearing of cédulas, community tax certificate as a powerful act of defense against Spanish authority. Father of the Philippine Revolution remained firmly established and he is remembered as a symbol of Philippine nationalism, self-sacrifice, and the fight of the independence. His contribution to the revolution truth ultimately overshadowed by later events and power struggle are undeniable.
My name is Armelin Jalil. My topic is about events leading to the cry. Ang una po is discovery of the Katipunan by Spanish authorities August 1896. Ang sabi po dito ay yung natuklasan ng autoridad ng Kastila ng Katipunan noong August 19, 1896 sa pamamagitan ng pag-amin ni Teodoro Paciano ay isang member ng nagbubunyag ng lihim ng organisasyon sa isang parile at Espanyol. At natuklasan din po din nila ito yung humantong sa maagang pagsiklab ng Revolusyon ng Pilipino noong August 23, 1892 sa nakilalang sigaw ng Pugad ng Lawin. Emergency meeting and decision by revolutionaries. Ano ba yung mga meetings of revolutionaries? Ang sabi po dito ay isang revolusyonaryong lipunan ng Katipunan na itinatag noong Hulyo 7, 1892 ng mga Pilipinong nawawala sa pag-asa at paghalagang Kastila sa pagsigaw ng mga gawain ng mga Pilipina para sa kapahamakan ng mga nasasakupan ng may katarungan at dignidad. Ito po yun yung isang lihim na kung saan may mga asosyasyon ng mga pattern of Freemasonry at Liga Pilipina. Ito po yung isang mutual aid in society na itinatag ng ilustrado ni Jose Riza noong Hulyo 3 in 1892. Nag-recruit din po sila ng suburb of Maynila sa mga lalawigan ng Central of Luzon. By outbreaks of the revolution, yung August 1896, ito yung may mga isang members na kung saan may kasapian ng Katipunan, yung mga tumataas po yung humigit sa kumulang na 30,000 na kinakabilangan ng isang kababaihan. May revolutionary po ang sumiklab ng maaga noong August 23 in 1896 dahil sa hindi na pagpapanahong particulars ng isang praile or Espanyol noong August 19 sa pagkakaroon ng revolutionary sa lipunan. Relocation from Balintawak to the Pugad Lawin. Ang relocation po ay mula sa Balintawak patungo sa Pugad Lawin kung saan pangunahing tumutukoy sa pagbabago o opisyal na kinilalang lokasyon o petsa hibik ng revolutions ng mga Pilipino. Ngayon ay higit ipinagdirawang ang bilang sigaw ng Pugad ng Lawin. Yung Pugad ng Lawin, ito yun na po is the cry of Balintawak noong August 23, 1896. Bagamat po is tinutukoy din po nila dito yung kasaysayan bilang sigaw ng Balintawak, isang pagbabago sa mga pagtatala ng pagganap noong 1962 at nag-udyok din ng mga pangunahing debates tulad ni Dr. Poy Valenzuela at Jean Santiago Birata Alvarez, hinihiling ng eksaktong petsa na lugar upang pagkilos ng rebellion.
My name is Angelo Gomo from BSA 4A, major in Animal Science. I will discuss to you the most important part of our Philippine history, the first cry of Pugad Lawin or Balintawak. What do we mean by first cry in Philippine history? The first cry or unang sigaw in Filipino does not literally mean cry or shout. It is translated from Spanish term El Grito de Rebelión or El Grito for short, which means cry for rebellion. The first cry is generally signified as the first call for rebellion. led by the supreme leader of the KKK, Andres Bonifacio. It is marked as the beginning of the Philippine Revolution, or seeking of independence for the Philippines from Spanish colonial rule, with the use of violence and arms. So how did the first cry started? When Jose Rizal was exiled in Dapitan, Andres Bonifacio and his colleagues realized that the advocacy of Jose Rizal to gain independence through his propaganda movement will no longer work to gain freedom from the Spaniards. So with the initiative of Bonifacio and his colleagues, they established a Philippine Revolutionary Organization, the Kataas-Taasan Kagalang-galangang Katipunan ng mga Anak ng Bayan, commonly known as Katipunan or KKK, on July 7, 1892, with its primary goal to gain independence from Spain through a revolution. The Katipunan was a secret organization until it was discovered in 1896, which leads to start the Philippine Revolution, which now called as the First Cry. When and where did it happen? It's very surprising that there are various versions on dates and venues for the First Cry of a venue and date is the most debatable event in Philippine history, since primary source of multiple accounts as to where and when was the event happened. This controversy remains unsolved in the Philippine history because of different accounts and ambiguity of place, name in this account. The exact date and place of the cry disputed. However, we're going to take a look at different eyewitnesses of the first information who have written various accounts on the date and venue of the cry, and will take consideration to them. Dr. Pio Valenzuela, the Cry of Pugadlawin. He is a Filipino physician and revolutionary leader. At the age of 23, he joined the Katipunan and became one of the officials. He was also a friend of Andres Bonifacio. He was also present during the meeting before the actual first cry happened. There were two versions presented by him. In his first version, he told that the cry was in Balintawak on Wednesday of August 26, 1896. Later, he wrote his memory of the revolution and claimed that the cry took place at Pugadlawin on August 23, 1896. General Santiago Berata Alvarez, the Cry of Bahay Toro, a Delegado General of the Provincial Council of the Katipunan in Cavite. He became the Captain General and later Commander-in-Chief in the Magdiwang forces and valiantly fought the Spaniards from 1896 to 1897. In his account, the first cry happened on August 24, 1896 at Bahay Toro, Quezon City. General Guillermo Mangsangkay is a friend and advisor of Andres Bonifacio. He was one of the first members of Katipunan, which was designated to build the KKK in Cavite. He played a role in the Filipino-American War as a revolutionary general. There were also two versions presented by him. Firstly, he dated the first cry on his interview in the Sunday Tribune, first decade of American occupation, on August 26, 1896. Secondly, he dated it on August 23, 1896 on his interview published in the newspaper Bagong Buhay, similar to the assertion of Dr. Pio Valenzuela. But then again, it was changed back by his granddaughter, Soledad Polar-Bromeo. Cited sources, including Magsangkay papers, that the original date was August 26, 1896. Gregoria de Jesus, the first cry. She was the Lakambini of the Katipunan, and also she was the custodian of the documents and cell of the Katipunan. In her account, the first cry happened near Caloocan on August 25, 1896.
My name is R.B. Apinar. This is my topic in Philippine history, symbolic tearing of Cedulas Vernales. So, specifically during the Cry of Balintawak, or mas kilala sa tawag na sigaw sa Pugadlawin, is yun ang minarkahan na simula ng Philippine Revolution. Kumbaga, yun ang simula ng pakikipaglaban ng mga Pilipino sa mga Espanyol. Then nagpapakita ito na hindi na sila susunod sa anumang utos ng mga Espanyol, at dineklara na nila ang Philippine independence. Then yung sidula is ito yung nagpapakita ng pang-aapi ng mga Espanyol sa mga Pilipino dahil pinapasunod nila ito. At nung nagkaisa yung mga Pilipino, then nagtipon-tipon sila at sabay-sabay nilang pinunit yung sedula. At nagpapakita ito ng pagsuway or hindi na sila susunod sa mga Espanyol. Declaration of the beginning of armed revolution. So yung Philippine Revolution against Spain is nagsimula ito nung ideklara ng mga Pilipino ang pagsuway sa utos ng Spain noong August 23, 1896. So yung gusto ng mga Pilipino is matapos na ang pamumuno ng mga Espanyol. At may dalawa itong yugto. Una is natapos ito nung December 1897. Pangalawa, nung bumalik si Emilio Aguinaldo at nakipagkasundo sa Amerika para matapos na ang pamumuno ng Spain.